My beloved brothers and sisters, today I want to share with you something profound, something simple, yet something we often overlook in our daily lives. We always ask, how do I bring Barkah into my home? How can I attract Rizq, wealth, peace, and goodness into my life? And sometimes the answers are much closer than we think. Sometimes even the animals around us can become a means of blessing, reward, comfort, and mercy. Or, if neglected, they can become a cause of hardship, discomfort, and loss. So let us begin. The cat is one of the most beloved animals in Islam, and it holds a very special place in the heart of the Prophet Muhammad. In fact, one of the Prophet's close companions, Abdul Rahman ibn Sakhar, is famously known by his nickname, Abu Huraira, which means the father of the kittens. He was given this name because he used to carry and care for a small kitten wherever he went. This alone is enough to show us how our beloved Prophet and his companions viewed cats not as mere animals, but as creatures of mercy, dignity, and purity. The cat in Islamic tradition is known to be tahir, pure. Its presence in a Muslim home is not only permissible, but it also symbolizes cleanliness, gentleness, and harmony. In fact, the Prophet allowed cats to drink from his ablution water. He never scolded them harshly or chased them away without reason. This teaches us something powerful. Islam is not a religion that ignores the small things. Islam teaches us that even the smallest act of kindness toward a cat can carry weight on your scale of deeds. There is a narration where the Prophet said that a woman was punished because of a cat that she had confined until it died. She did not give it food to eat or water to drink, nor did she let it go free so that it could eat from the creatures of the earth. This hadith clearly shows that even neglecting a simple animal can lead to serious consequences in the sight of Allah. Now think about the opposite. If harming a cat and neglecting it can lead to such punishment, then imagine the reward for caring for one, feeding it, protecting it, and showing it mercy. Many righteous people from our history have testified to the blessings that came into their homes because they looked after stray cats. Some scholars would share that during difficult times, they continued feeding cats with whatever little food they had, and not long after, Allah opened doors of sustenance for them in ways they could never have imagined. You see, when you show mercy to the creation, the Creator shows mercy to you. Cats are naturally clean animals. They clean themselves. They do not spoil the home when cared for properly, and they tend to sit quietly without causing disturbance. They do not create spiritual filth, and they are not harmful by nature. This is why, unlike dogs, which have specific purification rules in Islam, cats can roam freely in the home, sleep on the bed, drink from our utensils, and still be considered clean. The Prophet said about cats that they are not impure, for they are among those who move around among you. This means they are part of the environment of the home, not something to be feared, hated, or pushed away. Moreover, the cat brings psychological peace into a household. Many people who suffer from anxiety, loneliness, or sadness have found comfort in the soft purring of a cat. A cat may sit beside you quietly, giving you a sense of companionship without demanding much from you. This emotional peace is also a form of rizq. Not all wealth comes in the form of money. Sometimes wealth comes as calmness in the heart, a feeling of being loved, a quiet companion during a difficult night, or a simple reason to smile. A cat can be a source of that, especially for someone who lives alone or is going through hardship. Now, if a person keeps a cat and treats it well, feeding it, keeping it clean, allowing it comfort, and protecting it from harm, that person is rewarded for every bit of kindness. Even when you place a bowl of food for a stray cat in your street, Allah records that as sadaqah. The Prophet told us of a sinful man who was forgiven by Allah simply because he gave water to a thirsty dog. If this is the reward for kindness to a dog, an animal that we are generally advised to keep outside our prayer areas, then imagine the reward for showing mercy to a cat, an animal the Prophet himself loved and allowed into the living space of the people. The presence of a cat also trains the heart. It teaches patience, routine, and care. You have to look after its food, clean its space, make sure it is well, and treat it with gentleness. In that process, your soul becomes softer. You become more nurturing, more patient, and more compassionate. These are not small things. These are qualities that elevate you in the sight of Allah. Our religion is not only about grand actions that people can see, it is also about sincerity in the small actions that only Allah notices. And if caring for a simple creature like a cat can shape your heart and make you more merciful, then know that Allah may be guiding you toward His mercy through that very animal. So, my dear brothers and sisters, do not underestimate what the presence of a cat can do in your life. It can be a door to sustenance, a means of reward, a test of your patience, and a key to inner peace. Treat cats well, and perhaps through that mercy, Allah will grant you a mercy far greater than anything you imagined. The chicken may seem like a simple and ordinary animal, but in Islam, even simplicity carries deep value. The Prophet Muhammad lived a life of moderation, humility, and balance, and he encouraged the Ummah to adopt a lifestyle that was sustainable, beneficial, and connected to real provision. Chickens, in many Muslim households throughout history, have played a quiet yet powerful role in bringing sustenance, self-reliance, and even spiritual value into the home. When you keep a chicken, you are not just raising an animal. You are taking part in a system that teaches consistency, discipline, gratitude, and respect for the provisions of Allah. Chickens are a source of both food and income. They produce eggs regularly, and those eggs are a symbol of continuous rizq. One egg may not seem like much, but think about the bigger picture. It is a gift from Allah that keeps coming, day after day. This kind of daily provision is Barkah. It is not always about quantity. It is about consistency, sustainability, and the peaceful flow of blessing into a household. You may not receive large amounts of money all at once, but when Allah blesses your home with regular sustenance through something as simple as chickens, that is a silent form of wealth that many people overlook. There is something deeply spiritual about eating from what your own hands have raised. The Quran reminds us repeatedly about the blessings of earning through halal and pure means. When a family raises chickens and benefits from their eggs or meat, they are living from something they cared for with their own hands. This creates a deeper level of gratitude. You witness the effort involved in feeding them, protecting them from harm, giving them a safe place, and making sure they remain healthy. Then, when that food reaches your plate, it is no longer just a meal. It becomes the result of effort, patience, responsibility, and the mercy of Allah. Chickens also help restore a connection with nature. In today's fast-paced life, where people rely completely on supermarkets, packaged food, and factory farming, many have lost their connection to how food is actually produced. But in a home that raises chickens, even children begin to understand the cycle of life, the value of animals, and the importance of caring for creation. They learn that food does not simply appear from nowhere. It is a blessing from Allah that must be treated with respect. And when you raise your children with this mindset, you are cultivating a generation that is grateful, conscious, grounded, and connected to Islamic values. Another amazing aspect of keeping chickens is that it reduces waste. Chickens can eat leftover food, vegetable scraps, grains, and other suitable food that might otherwise be thrown away. This is perfectly in line with Islamic teachings, which emphasize that we should not waste. The Prophet taught us not to waste water, even if we are performing ablution beside a flowing river. If even water, the most abundant element, must not be wasted, then food, which is directly linked to rizq, must be preserved and respected even more. Chickens contribute to this cycle of Barkah by turning what might have been wasted into sustenance. There is also a practical benefit in terms of financial savings. When a household has chickens that produce eggs regularly, this reduces the need to buy eggs from outside. Over time, these small savings can become significant. More importantly, this form of self-reliance builds confidence and reduces dependence on others. Islam encourages us to be strong, capable, and independent in a halal manner. Raising animals responsibly is one of the most honorable ways to do that. Moreover, when done with the right intention, keeping chickens becomes a form of ibadah. You may not think of it that way at first, but in Islam, every act done with sincere intention for the sake of Allah can become an act of worship. If you are raising chickens to feed your family halal food, to save money, to reduce waste, or to give charity, then all of these are noble intentions. And Allah, in His mercy, rewards based on intentions. Even placing a handful of grains for your chicken with the niyat of feeding a creature of Allah can become a source of reward for you. There are also emotional and mental benefits. Taking care of animals teaches calmness, structure, and empathy. Waking up to collect eggs, making sure the chickens are fed, watching their simple routine, and observing their quiet way of life can be a form of therapy in a world full of stress, noise, and rushing. This peaceful rhythm of life brings emotional barakah, a type of tranquility that cannot be bought with wealth. Lastly, it is important to remember that the Prophet encouraged simplicity in lifestyle. He warned us against extravagance and always reminded us to be mindful of the needs of others. Chickens also allow us to give back. You can give eggs or meat to your neighbors, to the poor, or even to friends and family. This sharing strengthens bonds and increases love among people. And the Prophet taught us to give gifts because gifts increase love between hearts. So the next time you see a chicken, do not just see an ordinary animal. See a teacher, a provider, and a reminder of Allah's mercy. Through its quiet service, the chicken brings Barkah into your home, trains your soul, and nourishes your body, all while reminding you that the simplest things, when used with gratitude, can become the most powerful blessings. The horse is one of the most noble and majestic creatures created by Allah. Throughout Islamic history, the horse has been a symbol of honor, power, dignity, courage, and spiritual strength. The Prophet Muhammad spoke highly of horses and even connected great reward to them. He said that goodness is tied to the forelocks of horses until the day of judgment. This hadith alone is enough to show that the horse is not just a means of transport, work, or status. It is a source of ongoing blessing, barakah, and reward when it is kept and used with the right intention. In the early days of Islam, horses were a crucial part of a Muslim's life. They were used in battles for the sake of Allah, in trade journeys, in travel, and in the service of families and communities. But beyond their physical use, the presence of a horse brought with it a sense of discipline, responsibility, and nobility. Keeping a horse required care, training, feeding, time, and patience. It was not a task for someone lazy, careless, or neglectful. In this way, raising and bonding with a horse trained the character of a person. It shaped a person into someone more patient, stronger, more disciplined, and more aware of their duties. Even today, although most of us may not use horses as our daily means of transport, their presence continues to offer powerful emotional and spiritual benefits. Horses have been used to support people dealing with emotional trauma, disabilities, and stress-related conditions. There is something calming about being in the presence of a horse, something that reminds a person of the natural rhythm of life, of breathing, of slowing down, and of connecting with the creation of Allah. This connection itself is a form of barakah. In a world full of noise, rush, screens, and constant pressure, a horse brings back calmness, structure, reflection, and presence. In Islamic tradition, horses were not only a sign of strength, but also a sign of humility. A warrior could ride a powerful steed in the morning and then feed it with his own hands in the evening. This balance between strength and service is part of what made the horse such a respected animal. It teaches its owner that power must be balanced with kindness, and that control must be earned through patience, understanding, and trust. Horses do not respond well to cruelty or chaos. They respond to consistency, patience, calm leadership, and trust. These are values that Islam teaches us in our daily lives, whether in leadership, family, work, or even worship. Owning a horse can also become a form of sadaqah when the intention is correct. When you keep a horse for the sake of Allah, whether for defense, livelihood, lawful sport, or another beneficial purpose, you are rewarded for the effort you put into caring for it. There is a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari where the Prophet mentioned that a person who keeps a horse in the path of Allah is rewarded for what it eats, for what it drinks, and even for its movements. This shows how deeply Allah rewards those who engage with His creation for beneficial purposes. Nothing goes unnoticed. Even something as simple as brushing the horse, checking its hooves, feeding it, giving it water, or taking it out for exercise can become an act of ibadah if your heart is sincere. The horse is also a reminder of the Quranic message. Allah mentions horses in the Quran in various places. In Surah Al-Adiyat, Allah swears by the galloping horses that charge forward, by those that strike sparks, and by those that rush into battle. These verses highlight the beauty, power, loyalty, and courage of the horse, especially when it is used for noble causes. The sound of its gallop, the strength of its body, the shine of its hooves, and its courage in the face of danger are all signs that Allah uses as an oath. This shows the high status of the horse among His creation. On a family level, keeping horses can bring people together. Training, feeding, and riding horses often become shared activities. They build bonds, create memories, and teach children responsibility. Instead of spending time on harmful, empty, or idle activities, young people can develop a deep respect for animals, discipline, and nature. This connection can inspire them to become more grounded, more grateful, and more aware of Allah's blessings. Economically, horses can also be a source of income. People use them for halal sports, equine therapy, farming work, transport in some places, and even modest tourism. When these practices are done within the boundaries of Shariat, they can bring lawful earnings and sustain families. At the same time, the presence of such a noble animal can uplift the atmosphere of a place. The home or land where horses are kept often feels more alive, more peaceful, and more purposeful. In summary, the horse is not just an animal. It is a companion that brings with it immense reward, growth, and Barkah. From emotional healing to spiritual development, from physical strength to moral lessons, the horse reflects many of the values that Islam calls us to embrace. If cared for with the right intention, the horse can truly become a gift that transforms a home and a heart, reminding us daily of Allah's beauty, power, and wisdom in His creation. Among the animals that bring value and blessing into a home, the dog often becomes a topic of debate in the Muslim community. It is true that Islam has placed certain rulings around the presence of dogs, especially regarding purification and the entry of angels into homes. However, it is also true that Islam is a balanced religion, one that looks at intention, purpose, benefit, and boundaries. The Prophet Muhammad taught us through his actions and words that when something is used for a legitimate and beneficial reason, it carries value, and when it is misused or abused, it leads to harm. The same principle applies to the dog. While a dog should not be kept indoors simply for companionship in the same way that a cat may be kept, Islam allows the keeping of dogs for specific purposes such as guarding, herding livestock, hunting, and protecting property. There is a famous hadith where the Prophet said that whoever keeps a dog, except for a dog used for herding livestock, hunting, or guarding fields, his reward will decrease each day by a certain measure. This hadith is often quoted only partially, but it is important to reflect on what it truly means. The exception in the hadith is clear. When a dog is kept for a valid reason, such as security, hunting, or livelihood, then it is not treated the same as keeping a dog without need. This teaches us that Islam does not prohibit dogs entirely, but places boundaries in order to preserve cleanliness, spirituality, health, and order. When a guard dog is kept outside the home and fulfills its duty of protecting the household or property, it becomes a silent protector. This security is a blessing from Allah. In a time when crime is increasing and safety is uncertain in many parts of the world, having a dog for protection can be wise and responsible. A secure home is a peaceful home, and peace is part of Rizq. People sleep better, worry less, and live with more confidence when they know their property and family are being guarded. This emotional comfort is itself a form of Barkah. Additionally, caring for a guard dog responsibly can become a source of reward. Islam always emphasizes the rights of animals. Even if a dog is kept for guarding, it must still be fed properly, given clean water, sheltered from extreme weather, and protected from abuse. When these rights are fulfilled and the animal is serving a beneficial purpose, the interaction becomes one of responsibility and reward, not sin. There is a well-known story the Prophet told of a man who gave water to a thirsty dog by climbing into a well, filling his shoe with water, and helping the animal drink. Because of this small act of mercy, Allah forgave him. Now imagine the ongoing reward for someone who feeds a guard dog daily, ensures it is safe, treats it with mercy, and benefits from its protection. On the other hand, Islam also protects the sanctity of spiritual environments. The reason dogs are not permitted inside living in prayer spaces without necessity is connected to purification rules and the guidance that angels do not enter a home where a dog is kept without valid need. In Islam, every act begins with intention. The value of what you do, even something as simple as feeding an animal or cleaning a space, is judged not only by the action itself, but also by what you intended while doing it. The same principle applies to keeping animals in the home. Whether it is a cat, a chicken, a horse, or even a dog kept for security, the presence of the animal is not only about the benefit it brings, it is also about why you chose to keep it in the first place. If your intention is correct and aligned with Islamic principles, then every moment you spend caring for that animal can become an act of ibadah, a source of reward, and a way to invite Barkah into your home. The Prophet Muhammad said that actions are judged by intentions, and every person will receive according to what they intended. This hadith is a golden rule for the believer. It applies to every part of life, including how we interact with the animals under our care. If a person keeps a cat merely for decoration, status, or to show off to guests, that may not bring the same blessings as someone who keeps a cat to earn reward through kindness and to follow the mercy taught by the Prophet. The external action may look the same, but the internal purpose is completely different. One earns reward and brings barakah, while the other may gain nothing beyond a temporary worldly image. Similarly, raising chickens for daily eggs can be either a purely worldly task or a spiritual act. If your intention is to feed your family from clean and halal sources, to reduce waste, and to share your provision with others when possible, then every egg your chicken lays becomes a blessing that multiplies. But if you keep the animal only with a heart full of greed, without caring for its well-being, and while ignoring the ethics of Islamic animal treatment, then the blessings are lost. Even if the worldly benefit remains, Allah looks at the heart, not just the outcome. Even when it comes to dogs, which are often misunderstood in our communities, intention plays a crucial role. A dog kept for security, for guarding one's family, livestock, or farmland is allowed in Islam when there is a valid need. But again, the reason matters. Is it kept responsibly, with understanding and boundaries? Are you feeding the dog properly, showing it mercy, and ensuring that it has shelter? If yes, then your care can become an act of ibadah. If no, then even something that is allowed can become a source of sin if you neglect your intention and your duties. There is also a powerful lesson in intention when it comes to animals that cause harm, like rats. While no one intentionally keeps rats in their home, some people become careless. They do not take steps to clean, seal food, close openings, remove waste, or protect their home from pests. That neglect reflects a deeper problem of laziness, heedlessness, or lack of awareness. But once a person becomes mindful and takes action to clean the home, remove harmful creatures, and protect the family from physical and spiritual harm, even that becomes a form of ibadah. Removing filth for the sake of Allah, maintaining cleanliness because the Prophet loved cleanliness, and ensuring your children are safe all count as worship when they are done with sincere intention. The beauty of Islam is that nothing is wasted. Not a single grain you feed to a bird, not a single cup of water you give to a thirsty animal, not a single moment you spend cleaning your home with the aim of making it pleasing to Allah is ignored. If your heart is in the right place, everything you do becomes valuable in the sight of Allah. This is the secret of Barakah. It is not about how much you have, but about how much benefit, peace, and goodness comes from what you have. You could have one animal in your home, but if you care for it with sincerity, it could become a means of endless reward. You could have a clean and modest space, but if you maintain it with love and for the sake of Allah, it could become a place where angels descend. In contrast, a person could have many animals or a large home, but if it is all done to impress others, while neglecting the basic rights of Allah's creation, then those actions may become a burden rather than a blessing. So we must always ask ourselves, why am I doing this? Is it for the sake of Allah? Is it to follow the sun? Is it to build a home of peace, mercy, gratitude, and goodness? When you keep animals in your home with the right intention, they become more than creatures. They become your teachers, your means of earning reward, your reminders of Allah's mercy, and your helpers in building a life filled with barakah. It all begins with the heart and with what you hope to achieve, not just in this world, but also in the next. In the teachings of Islam, intention is the foundation, but action is the proof. When it comes to keeping animals in the home or on one's property, the decision to do so must be accompanied by a sincere commitment to treat them with the mercy, justice, and care that Allah has commanded. It is not enough to have good intentions while neglecting the responsibilities that come with them. Islam is a complete way of life, and it teaches us to live with ihsan, excellence, in every aspect, including our relationship with animals. The way a person treats animals, especially those under their care, reflects the condition of their heart and the level of their taqwa, their consciousness of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad set the ultimate example. He taught that every living creature has rights. In one narration, he taught that whoever is kind to the creatures of Allah is showing kindness in a way that benefits his own soul. This captures the essence of our responsibility. Animals are not beneath us in a way that allows cruelty or neglect. They are part of the same creation, serving a purpose in this world, and they become our responsibility when we bring them into our homes, farms, or spaces. Feeding them, sheltering them, and tending to their needs are not only acts of charity. They are duties, and when we fulfill these duties with sincerity, they become acts of ibadah. The Prophet once told the story of a woman who entered punishment because she locked up a cat and neither fed it nor allowed it to find food. If neglecting one small cat carried such serious consequences, imagine the reward for doing the opposite, for caring for even the smallest creature out of compassion, responsibility, and fear of Allah. Every animal brings with it a different lesson. A cat teaches patience and gentleness. A chicken teaches discipline and routine. A horse teaches strength, loyalty, and training. A guard dog teaches responsibility and protection. These animals do not only provide benefits, they shape your character. And when you raise them properly, you are not only creating a better environment in your home, but you are also refining your own soul. Islam values this transformation. The outer action of caring for an animal leads to an inner purification of the heart, and that is where true barakah begins. At the same time, Islam warns us about injustice. Mistreating animals is not only wrong, it is a sin. Hitting them, starving them, using them for entertainment without purpose, overburdening them, or keeping them confined in small, dirty spaces is all against the teachings of our religion. The Prophet taught us that animals are communities like us. They have feelings, needs, and even a form of tasbih. They glorify Allah in ways we cannot hear or understand. When you mistreat an animal, you are mistreating a creature that is constantly in remembrance of its creator. There is also a deep spiritual consequence to the way we treat animals. When a home becomes a place of mercy, even toward the smallest of Allah's creatures, it becomes a home that attracts tranquility, softness, and divine blessing. But when a home becomes a place of cruelty or neglect, even if unintentionally, it begins to repel that peace. Barakah does not remain in a place where injustice is normalized, whether that injustice is toward people or toward animals. So the Muslim must remain alert, not only to what is visible, but also to what is happening beneath the surface. Are the animals in your care healthy, clean, fed, and safe? Or are they ignored, caged without need, neglected, or left to suffer quietly? Maintaining justice with animals also teaches a person how to be just in greater matters. The one who learns to be merciful to animals becomes more merciful to people. The one who wakes early to feed the chickens or clean the stable learns the value of structure, discipline, and hard work. These values then spill into other parts of life, including family, worship, work, and community. This is how something as seemingly simple as keeping animals, when done with care and justice, becomes a school of character development and spiritual growth. Furthermore, Islam calls us to use everything we have for a noble purpose. If you keep animals, ask yourself how you can use this opportunity to benefit others. Can you share the eggs with neighbors? Can you let your children learn responsibility through caring for them? Can you donate meat to the poor when it is permissible and done correctly? Can you help someone heal emotionally through gentle interaction with these creatures? These questions help us move from passive ownership to active benefit. And that is where the real reward lies. Not only in what you receive, but in what you give through what you have been entrusted with. In the end, every animal you keep is a trust from Allah. Whether it brings food, protection, companionship, healing, discipline, or even just a smile, it has been placed in your life for a reason. If you fulfill its rights, maintain its dignity, and treat it with the justice and mercy taught by our beloved Prophet, then you are not simply taking care of an animal. You are building a path toward the pleasure of Allah. And what greater Barkah is there than that?